Good evening, everyone out there in the Instagram universe and beyond. It's Moon Magic, and welcome back for another episode of Word Wizard Wednesday with your host, Moon Magic. I am an artist in Sacramento, California, and I'm also the founder of Word Wizards Medicine. And tonight we have a special guest coming on for our second episode of Word Wizards Wednesday, and I am excited to announce the special guests and tell you all about them. But before we get started, what I wanted to do was just remind everyone, the Word Wizards Medicine, our mission is to unite people and bring together groups of people from all over the world, all different backgrounds, in our local and global community to unite with the power of words and heal our communities. And it's a very, very important time to be alive here on this earth, I believe. And so I am grateful to have my friends, these are truly my friends, people who I love, come on board and share their amazing art and what they do, their medicine, their words, their gifts with you all. I was thinking a lot intentionally about these episodes this week as we had the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. For everyone who's been kind of following that hype, it's got a lot of hype here on social media, and it had a lot of hype in the news. As well as the winter solstice, Yule, which started as well on the 21st. So as we are transitioning into this next season of life, I just want to thank everybody who is joining in on these Word Wizard Medicine, Word Wizard Wednesdays. And we're going to pull a card. We're going to pull a card at the beginning of each of these episodes. I really enjoy pulling a card, being able to just take that time to tap into the energy of us individually and collectively, which has been quite the theme this week. I also want to start by giving special prayers to all of those who are affected by COVID-19 and all of those who have been affected by all of the things happening in 2020. It's been quite a roller coaster year, and I have a lot of things going on within my personal, life. So this is just a moment for us to hold that space here for one another, and hopefully, as you watch these, you hear something that inspires you and helps you on your journey. So I'm going to start with pulling from my favorite deck called the Moon Deck Tarot. You can find them at the_moon_deck, and I really love their cards. They're just so beautiful. And it was made by a collective of amazing women. But, I definitely, when I read the card, I will try my best to use gender-neutral pronouns, or you can exchange it either way, because it definitely can relate to all beings, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card to get us started with our Word Wizard Wednesday. What you got for us individually and collectively? A lot of the theme for this week has been about, for me personally, cultivating our individual flame and our unique expression of that flame. May it be something that is a gift to the world. And so with that intention, I pull these cards, and may we hear a message that we need right now. Cards are really stuck together right now. Let's see what they got. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. And that's number 40. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. Just gonna breathe that in. And the other one says, it is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. It is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. Okay, I'm going to read them, and then we are going to get started with our show today. So number 40, I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. It says, transform. From the moment we leave the womb, we journey through many life cycles and transform along the way. Woo! You telling me? Growth is a natural process and change is inevitable. Oh, goodness. I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. Growth is a natural process and change is inevitable. You're going through a metamorphosis and expanding with increasing beauty. Honor your growth and allow a joyful lightness to enter your journey. The butterfly has arrived as a symbol of grace, joy, flight, and transformation. She's a messenger fluttering about with alluring lightness and expressive color. From a slow-moving caterpillar to a tightly wound cocoon into an exquisite butterfly in the sky, she does not deny the natural process of her, their, him, evolution. It's what makes you so incredibly special. The butterfly is here to remind you that you're on the right track to becoming an expression of your highest self. Have patience with your process. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm sitting on that one for a little while just because, earlier today, I went to go pick up a bike. Finally got a bike, y'all. I've been praying about this bike for a minute on a personal level and, just waiting for the right one to come, the right price, all those things, right? Whenever you go to buy something, you want to make sure that you're getting what you want and all those things. And the person that I picked it up from was a really dope person, had a really, just good energy about him. And, y'all know me, energy be everything. And, I said something about being all waiting to get this bike and having waited for so long. And they said, all things come, it will come eventually. You just have to have patience for it. And it definitely kind of goes with this growth and transformation, is I always think of when I get this card of, we all want the butterfly. We all want to be the butterfly. We all want to fly those beautiful wings and admire the butterfly. People throw caterpillars in the dirt and like, ew, gross, But, it's about honoring the entire transformation. And with this, it's like, for me, is remembering that transformation is continuous. That part about growth is a natural process and change is inevitable, really hit home for me right now. So I just wanted to share that with y'all before we got started. I like to check in with y'all on a personal level before I start these, just to kind of ground into this present moment. It helps me to ground in. I hope it helps you to ground in before we get started. The next card, number 36. All right, it says sensuality. Our sensual essence is a natural part of our feminine nature. It is a creative force carrying deep wisdom. For many of us, this aspect of ourselves has been repressed in some way, and deep healing or balance is needed. And again, even though these cards are specifically tailored to women, you definitely can interchange that with masculine nature, with, our human nature in general of being sensual beings who feel, with our bodies. Your body is sacred and deserving of respect, honor, and love. Welcome the inherent wisdom deep within you as you reclaim your right to express your sensuality in a way that feels aligned and empowering to you. Honor your body and be mindful of who you allow in this temple. Tune in and listen to the subtle voice inside. Celebrate and connect with your divine sensual essence. May the planet thrive with exquisite beauty and sensual power of fully embodied individuals. And so it is. Breathing that one in as well. Whoo! Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take another deep breath in together, wherever you're at right now. Just grounding you into this present moment, into our breath. All right, we're gonna get started. Thank you so much, y'all, for being here. Again, my name is Moon Magic, and this is our Word Wizards Wednesday. Well, I get to bring on amazing, dope artists in our local and global community who truly are wizards, not only with their words, but with their art and the way that they carry themselves. And so today's guest, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and read their bio before I bring them on. Today's special guest is Creative Samuraii, who is a sole proprietor business and ran by the local artist. His real name is Humberto G. Rodriguez Jimenez. Born in, I'm going to have you pronounce that because I'm not going to lie, Berto. I do not know how to say it. I'm a Spanish minor and I still have horrible Spanish, y'all. But he was born in Mexico and raised stateside in the city of San Jose, California. Now he's based out of Sacramento and is actively helping others build their platforms, brands, through a hands-on technical support. Plex, aka PlexTheProphet, is the persona character that he's adopted across social media platforms. He's currently on his path to citizenship, and he makes a living making logos, illustrations, producing music and videos, and decolonizing minds slowly, investing time into the global awakening. It is my pleasure to bring up on my brother, my friend, Berto Samuraii, aka PlexTheProphet. Yo,
What's up, man? What's good?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I want to give special shout out to Theater Mutiny. That's also one of our brothers up in the house. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm super excited to have you here, Berto. You know, Creative Samuraii, PlexTheProphet, a man of many names and gems. You know, we've been friends for a minute now. We met at Creative Alliance, right?
Yeah. What was that?
Through Theater Mutiny, right?
Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah, it was back when I was just graduating from Sac City College. You know, that was finishing school, headed over here in Sacramento. And yeah, I met a bunch of people there. Cisco, Fisco is another artist, the local artist.
Okay.
And you know, there's a good sort amount of artists and people who I met here in Sacramento during that time. And you were one of them. I remember meeting you during that time. So
yeah, special shout out to Theater Mutiny, aka Cisco, for holding it down with Creative Forces Unite and Creative Alliance. Yeah. We're doing open mics and shows outside of the Brazilian Center for a minute. Also, shout out to Sean King. That's another OG poet and dope human being who is an OG poet here in Sacramento. Yeah, we met at Creative Alliance and swapped on the mic a little bit, you know.
Hell yeah.
And got to spend a lot of time together doing shows and other art events. And now you're out of school now, huh?
Yeah, so basically plotting the timeline out, yeah, if you take it back to 2017, I had just graduated in 2018, early May, and right then and there hit the ground running. You know, co-founded the Creative Alliance with Cisco around that time. So 2017, summer 2017, 2018, me and Cisco hit the ground running, bro. Like we were just.
So that's right. You guys were co-founders then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it was like just me and him as a club from Sac City. Like he came to me one day and he was like, "Yo, let's start a club." And then the club turned into that local collective, and then it just reached out into the community. It just like grew on its own. And you know, during that time, I was also finishing school, so Cisco definitely took the lead on creating the platform and finishing it up, and you know, polishing it to what it was to this day. You know, so it was really, really awesome. What that kind of like the finishing school, but then starting something, you know, in the community was a very smooth transition, you know, and it was really cool because meeting everybody here in the local community was also really, really cool.
Yeah, and it has grown quite a bit to now where they do shows on IG. They did it throughout the beginning of the coronavirus. I don't know. We haven't done a couple. I don't know if Theater Mutiny is still hosting Creative Forces shows these last couple months, but we were doing them for a minute. And it has grown, you know, multiple people outside of just Sacramento, which has been really beautiful and dope to see. So anybody who's watching this who's not plugged in with Theater Mutiny or Creative Forces Unite or the other organizations he's a part of, which is We Need Heroes, as well as PTC, Pull Through Chaos, which is an underground hip hop group conjoined with not just people here in Sacramento, but also in Texas. So definitely plug into at Theater Mutiny and check out the work that our bro's doing, you know. And also, I was talking about, you know, what you were doing during that time. You're the one who also has hooked me up with all the dope stickers. So I'm going to show you all some fireworks by, you know, Berto here, right here. So
you know,
y'all, if
actually,
you ever got a sticker from me.
That was Cisco's design right there. And all I did was like, you know, print out the stickers.
Cisco designed this. Shout out to Theater Mutiny on the design. Yo. And then shout out to Berto for hooking it up and getting them printed. Yo. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. And Theater Mutiny actually designed. I did the original sketch, and then he brought it to life. And I mean, better than I could have imagined. So if you have
that's pretty dope.
work,
you still have some of those. That's what's up.
And you do graphic work as well, right? Yeah, so anybody who's watching and has, you know, any kind of graphic work that they need to get done, hit these gentlemen up, hit up Berto, because that's how you are making your living now. So kind of transitioning into what you're doing now. Go ahead and let the people know all that it is that you do and a little bit about how you got into your path of being an artist and doing all of the work that you do today.
Yeah, well, you know, Creative Samuraii is the DBA business name that I created for the sole proprietor business that I started in 2018, doing graphic design services here in Sacramento, and then branching out to like local Elk Grove and in Bay Area as well, working out there. Yeah, graphic design is the thing. I also started delving into motion graphics and video production, which inevitably ends up being like audio production as well. And you know, the whole audiophile world is intense. And
yeah, tell me more about that. What is that? I'm not familiar with it, so let me know.
Yeah, so you know, just like After Effects, Premiere Pro, audio, video, both of those tools, if you work really well with them, you know, you can pull off a lot, you know, both on entertainment and education wise. So yeah, just basically working with After Effects and Premiere Pro, I had to not only learn how to cut, edit, and basically put together assets for visual design. And then the whole thing with audio is just mixing, you know, getting the levels right, making sure the cues are in with the cuts, and yeah, that's been kind of like a work in progress right now. I have a few clients who I'm working some motion graphics with, but a lot of the stuff that I'm currently working with, like audio wise, is like sitting on SoundCloud. You can go and find some of the instrumentals that I've usually you know, made so far to this day. Is
yeah, because those who don't know, you also make beats.
Yeah. I'm trying to, you know, like it's an inspiration from all y'all. You know, you guys really sprung in action, making the conscious movement in hip hop happen locally for me. You guys exposed me to a lot of that, so definitely it's something that I you know, look to whenever I want to express myself. Is definitely instrumental music, and putting together some beats is definitely also like it's one of those things that like calms you down, you know, like one of those things you just go to when you're like stressing and you want to, you know, just slap a beat and get going with that.
That's dope. What's your handle for that? Maybe we can pin it here in the chat.
Yeah. It's over on SoundCloud. You can find the stuff at Beat Samurai, and the handle is going to be Creative Samuraii as well. You can search that. I actually don't really know. Let me see. I don't know if I can show you guys, but essentially it's this.
All right. Hopefully I pinned that right. Oh yeah, we can see that.
Is it Imperfect Rhythm is the name, but the handle is Beat Samurai.
Nice.
Yeah, you can go and find that on SoundCloud. I got a couple of songs up there, but yeah, it's just been a work in progress, really, because I'm like learning this stuff as I'm going, and putting out the content is almost like nerve wracking, because you're kind of like, well, does it sound okay? Is it great? But at the end of the day, you just gotta put your stuff out there.
Right, right. Yeah. So in your bio, you came from San Jose. So how did you get from San Jose to Sacramento?
Yeah, so it was I was following the family, really, like a year into 2016, I believe. My folks had moved here to Sacramento. I was still out in the Bay at that time, and they were all like out here. Like a lot of my nuclear family, my mom and my stepdad and everybody, they were all moving here. So it was kind of like a turning point in my life too. At that time, I was going through some stuff out in the Bay Area. San Jose wasn't necessarily one of the best areas out there, but definitely considering moving at that time was an option for me because the family was already out here. And yeah, I just took the leap for it and came out here right away. When I got here, it was like a new place, new people. You almost want to have a new start. So the thing for me was switching it all up, going to school, hitting the books hard, and then finishing that and getting a degree out of it, essentially. Uh, but
That's
yeah,
dope.
that's what drove,
That's
really, like finishing school. What drove moving here to Sacramento. Just being out here and trying to make something of a life happen.
So, with all that and choosing graphic design, how did you make that choice? How did you know that that was your calling or, your art form?
What was that again? I couldn't hear you right.
When you went to school at Sac City for graphic design,
Yeah.
what was it? What was the moment that, if you look at your childhood growing up or, what was the moment that kind of made you feel like graphic design was the thing for you?
Well, you know how like you go to high school and you have to like choose electives and you kind of have like certain hobbies, if you will, and you're dedicated to those hobbies enough, those hobbies turn into something else after, and I think it was just early on I had just a niche for just drawing and art and just being creative in all sorts of ways. And then it really branched out in high school when it was time to pick the electives, and it was like, well, what do I want, and I think it turned out to be music. Guitar class was one of them, and art class was another. Technical, like drawing in hand with a notepad and stuff, like, and that really started to develop an early technique of just getting really good at drawing. And then yeah, just over time, just that hobby grew into more of a skill that I saw value in, and I think that's eventually what drove the passion to seek a career path in that field.
And I like how you call that hobby a skill, because sometimes we underestimate, how much work goes into really like transforming those into skills, the actual honing in of the practice, and
Right.
that's something I definitely feel like I get inspired by with you as well as with Theater Mutiny and all of the other dope artists, who are in that Creative Forces Unite group, is seeing people hone in on their skills and the remembrance of, honing in on those skills and building it up, as you said. Okay, so a little bit about your background and how you got here to the US and your transition. Is there any words of encouragement or anything you would want to leave for, let's say, when I like to think of 7 generations down the line, what you would want to leave as a kind of like a gift of your medicine to the people who are watching this, you know, and for all peoples who are watching this?
Well, you know, we're all on a different journey here in life, and each of us has that unique journey that we each get. You know, our own life is our own journey, and hence so many people in this world. There's so many journeys, you know. So I've come to really respect people's come up, and my particular one, my journey just so happened to be this of, you know, this journey, this big hurdle that I have to cross, which is, you know, just dealing with immigration and the current issues in the world alone makes it quite a daunting task, and an idea to even try to understand. But I know that it has been a journey of like self-realization and overcoming the thought of this status being something that keeps you from fulfilling your ultimate purpose in life. Ultimately, you don't want any of those statuses to stop you from really doing what you want to do in life, and ultimately none of that stuff stops us. You know, we're free to live, really. And it's I think a lot of these titles and systems really keep us from realizing that. So I think, yeah, definitely anybody out there who is in that same journey or on that path, and doesn't really see the light on the other side of the tunnel, I think that you should definitely keep your head up and disregard anything that you hear that can make you think that you can't, because I'm proof that you can, bro. I'm running a full-on business, you know, like
Yes, you are, bro.
undocumented,
Yes,
you know what I
you
mean?
are.
So
You doing it. You straight
I
doing
think anything is possible if you really believe in it.
it. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for sharing that. You know, a little icebreaker question I got next for you, though.
Yeah.
Break the ice a little bit. What's your favorite ice cream? I know the people are dying to know this.
Ice cream, chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, yeah, but chocolate ice cream is it.
Chocolate ice cream. How is the preferred method of eating it? The cone, the bowl,
Actually,
sprinkles,
you know
any
what?
preferred
To
toppings?
be honest, I don't know. Since moving to Sacramento, I went to this place, Gunther's, I think, ice cream, and they have this like it's like a lemon custard ice cream. And that shit is bomb.
Lemon custard. Okay.
It's like a good flavor. It's right there where it's not too sweet and not too like bland. It's a great flavor. I think that's my next new flavor.
Okay.
Switch
Okay.
it
So
up.
how do you usually eat it? Cone, bowl?
Cone, yeah.
Okay. Got preferred toppings?
No toppings, yeah, just alone, you know,
Okay.
all natural.
All by itself. Chocolate or lemon custard from Gunther's. Got it. Y'all heard, okay? Send this man some ice cream. Well, man, thank you so much. I just want to thank you for being you, coming up on here, blessing the internet space with yourself and just your own existence, you know.
Thank you, Mesh.
And, you know, special prayers to, like I said, everybody who's going through situations with COVID, and anybody who's going through situations just in general during this holiday season. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in and listening. You know, I'm here with Creative Samuraii, who is a dope ass human being and very creative person. Look at that business card, profesh. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. So if you need graphics, hit your boy up. If you're not following him, follow him, check him out. You know, you definitely inspire me to, you know, continue pushing. And I thank you for, you know, cultivating that light, you know. I was
Yeah,
talking
thank you,
earlier
Mesh.
this year about us having to learn how to cultivate our individual flame, you know, and kind of like what you were saying earlier about each of us having our path and our journeys, and having to honor and respect our individual paths and our individual journeys and the individual set of things that we go through, you know, and cultivating the gems and all of that, because we got gems, you know. It just
Yeah,
got to cultivate it all that bullshit.
you know,
And all of the
everybody.
bullshit we're taking in from the world that is, you know, causing us to further be divided, or further just be in our own heads, or further, you know, get stuck in our own whatever it is that keeps us from being able to create, or to, you know, start that podcast, or whatever it is that you want to start out there who's watching this.
Yeah.
And learning how to honor our unique expression, and may it be a gift to the world. You know, that's something I've been thinking a lot about this week. And as you were sharing your story, it made me think of that, and what you said. And so I appreciate you, and honor you, and thank you for coming up on here and sharing what you do. Tell me about those pieces in the back. Are those your pieces as well, those paintings?
Bro, I'm working on a couple this next coming
Hey,
year.
can we get some sneak peeks? Can we get some sneak peeks?
Let's see. Yeah, this next coming year, hopefully this pandemic allows us to do a little more, and we're able to maybe do something with seeing some visual out there. But I have this current piece that's kind of like a totem pole, if you will, of energies and spiritual kind of like visual representations of different kinds, you know, coming up with like your mind, your spirit, your physical body, and everything that has to do with the physical, and then more of your persona, ego, and how it all kind of like comes up, you know. And some other pieces, currently trying to figure out what to do with these blank canvases, finishing up a little Goku.
Yeah, Goku.
Then these are some older ones that have been out in one of the shows I did last year. This is a little lowrider, Off into the Sunset, and some different pieces here that I'm still trying to finish up, but it's gonna definitely kind of come up in like the idea of soul searching. You know, you're reaching for the top. You're always on the lookout, trying to reach for something. I don't know. I guess we can go here, some watercolor.
Woo!
And then some digital print.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's, and then some big ones that I'm to be a. Not gonna show too much of those, but those are the big ones there. Yeah. But yeah, basically this next coming year is gonna be like taking over the traditional media, basically silk screen, canvas work. You know, the homie Cisco has also got a ton of great work that I'm stoked to maybe, you know, hit him up soon. Homie, I know you're probably in here. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, let's work together. Let's put some shows together this next coming year. I got some canvas work, and looking to work with other local artists who also have canvas work, preferably folks who haven't had the opportunity to go on and be a part of a show. Some newcomers, also some people out of Sacramento. I want to start integrating communities outside to be able to have a bigger network, possibly. But yeah, I think traditional media is a dying art, but it is an exquisite thing. You know, it's like it's an exquisite thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, and you know, I always think about, I don't know about you, but do you ever think about like 100 years from now, like these phones, are they gonna be around? Are we gonna see our IG pictures? Is it gonna be like 100 years of what did these humans do? Because there's no proof.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's gonna be like, what did they do? Just take selfies of their butt, like, and you can't even turn on the phone because it's gonna be so outdated in 100 years. The internet, well, who knows what the internet's gonna be in 100 years?
Man, that's gonna be a trip, but hopefully some of it is it lasts. You know, like I know that, like, I mean, like, people, historians, you know, like people.
Hey, Black Zebra, shout out to them.
Yo, shout out to Black Zebra. You know, like they're taking it upon themselves to be the historians, recording time, you know, as it happens. And I believe we all have the capacity to kind of stamp shit down on history and like keep a record of our own. You know, and as history goes on, who knows? Like, yeah, we're gonna leave something behind.
Yeah,
I think so.
For sure. And also just want to take this time to, you know, anybody who's watching, make sure you support your local artists, your local businesses, small businesses, if you can. You know, usually in my, you know, experience, it's the same price, if not cheaper. sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, but you're going to help somebody in your community, which I think is really dope. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get things, it's only one person running it, but if you can, that's the best way to support the artists in your community. That's the best way to support your community, is to support those who are, providing those services. And
I think even if sometimes as artists we tend to get caught up in our own I guess like value. We value things a lot. And as artists, sometimes we have to be a little bit I guess we fluctuate, and it's something that I learned from a local artist, Lisa. Shout out to the homegirl, Lisa Elise. She's a local artist. She's really been putting out a lot of artwork, and she's been working with people who are not able to meet her price per se. And she takes whatever they can, whatever they're able to give, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. I think that as artists, I think we can impact a whole lot more if say like your art piece was more accessible to somebody.
Yeah, donations based. A lot of the work that I do, it ends up being donations based, or I end up just giving it as offerings to a lot of people, because it's a matter of like it's about the love of it. Of course we gotta eat, on the real.
Hey, and shout out to you, homegirl. Like, you gave me this let me see, this candle here.
Hey.
And to this day it still has some, what I mean? Like, it's almost out, but like, you did that out of the generosity of your heart, and I appreciate you for that, homegirl. Like, really, thank you for that. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, and it's about keeping each other good. Also, that there's this idea out there that we're all in competition with one another. Shout out to Theater Mutiny, who's still up in the chat, and it makes what we're saying even more. Just wanted to put it out there. It's like, we're not in competition with each other, and you see that a lot. In the industry, music industry, whatever industry you're looking at, people are in competition with each other. And that's what this age of Aquarius, the intention oils I got to make yesterday. I was talking a little bit about the intention that I was thinking of this week, about cultivating that individual flame. And that's the whole point, is like, what you do I cannot do in the way that you do it, just like what I do you cannot do in the way that I do it. And coming together and getting to do what we do in our own way is what keeps, I feel like it sounds cheesy, but it's what keeps the world moving, is continuing to create and to inspire and to keep the ball rolling forward. And I appreciate that about the artist fam I got around me, about you and Theater Mutiny.
I think I want to follow up on what you just said right now. That really sprung into my mind how interconnected all our artists are. Just on the sole fact that you had Black Zebra record your video.
I know,
back then,
right? Isn't that wild?
And so from that experience, we all got connected. And I believe that path, had it not been set from that connection that you had initiated from that point, I don't think I would have been working with them. You know what I mean? So shout out to that, to being able to like work within, your artistic community and working together, not necessarily hindering each other's progress and being competitively like fucked up to each other, but more of like building and constructive criticism and just everything, you know what I mean? Like, it's all together.
Yeah, and going back to that moment too, Theater Mutiny made that beat for the Ripple Effect for that music video.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think I had just bought my Ableton like launch key. I didn't know. I just bought it. It had like a free Light 10 Ableton to it, and I got it. And I was barely trying to figure out how to even work the software. And now I'm at a point where I'm able to produce my own music, and it's getting real fun in that area. But it started with me being able to have Theater Mutiny make beats for my first album, and
dude,
and so it's full circle in that way too. And that's the cool part, is like we get to inspire one another in our art, and help each other in all of our different areas. And again, it's like the way I'm going to create beats is not going to be the same as Theater Mutiny. You know, the way I'm gonna paint is not gonna be the same as the way you're gonna paint or your graphics. You know what I mean? But we get to help each other continue to hone those skills, you know, sharpen those swords. And whoo, whoo, whoo. Speaking of another person sharpening our swords, shout out to The Outcome. He is an MC and member of the crew of PTC, which is also I'm a part of, as well as Theater Mutiny.
Shout out to PTC. I know that you guys have been working a lot on that project. I know Cisco and The Outcome and everybody, you know, you guys have really built that all together. And shout out to Cisco for really keeping the PTC together and like holding it like a glue throughout these years, man.
Yeah, we do have a track coming out called Blessed to See Light. I believe it's coming out on January 1st. I'm sure Theater Mutiny can confirm in the chat. So again, if you're not following Theater Mutiny, and if you're not following The Outcome, and if you're not following Creative Samurai, you better follow
Don't follow that. Don't follow that.
And get plugged into the greatness, you know. Where was it? It's all about uniting people who are, you know, sharing that light. And so, you know, I hope something within this conversation can inspire anybody who's watching to continue cultivating their gifts, whatever their unique gifts are. Do not fall into the trap of toxic comparison, you know what I mean? And continue building and continue doing what you do, you know.
On that note, I think I want to drop this quick plug then. I'm working in this space called Hacker Lab. And for those who, you know, want to start something but still have no idea how to really take the first step, Hacker Lab is having this one-on-one session with a business mentor who will walk you through the entire process, essentially. And they are also signing grants, you know, up to $1,000. So definitely, you know, for local striving artist who wants to build a business, Hacker Lab itself is putting out some programs and opportunities for you to just hop on board and get your idea going. You guys log into this to this link here. You can go through the form itself and find out some more information. But essentially, this program, it's a really good opportunity if you want to get something going for yourself. And it's here in Sac. Hacker Lab has got it going. Yeah, you guys should check in on that.
Okay.
Shout out to Hacker Lab and Makerspace and them. Hell yeah.
Yup. Yeah, Makerspace. That's what made the stickers.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's where it was at. Yep. Shout out to Michelle and all of them right now doing a lot of work to try to get this space still running and still operating, you know, during this COVID
yeah, how's that been with this situation?
Bro, everything is gone. Like, everything is shut down. Nobody is able to get to the space. So the only thing that is possible is educating people through this platform, you know, through these means right now. And yeah, they're really putting a lot of great content together to still get people engaged and involved in that world.
That's what's up. Well, man, do you have any other graphic art or anything that you want to present to people so they can see a little bit more of your work? This would be a great presentation, Palm.
How much time we got?
Probably, you know, like 10, 15 minutes, you know.
All right, well, let's go through
We're flexible on this bitch. Let's
go. Let's check out the earlier this year I launched the portfolio site, and that really I don't even know why it took me forever, but you know what, like, it's never too late. But essentially, we got here the landing page. We got graphic design, audio visual, and fine arts. We got the Samurai telling us what's up with the graphic design. Graphic design, as simple and metric as it may seem, has a unique balance of forces at work. The balance is achieved with fundamentals and principles of design thinking and craftsmanship in mind. And then I lead into, you know, showing some, the journey is like a process of self-realization. You know, your logo and your identity have a lot to do with your brand and how it's perceived in the public view. So, you know, I make sure that all the homies and everybody who's starting their businesses really get something good going for themselves. Some past projects with local barbershop in San Jose, Faded Cuts.
This is dope, man.
Local burger joint off of Franklin Boulevard. Put together a lot of great stuff for them. And then there's some local organizations that I've also worked with, nonprofit also from their 501c3 sectors. Some decoration folks out here doing a lot of small business moves, really, really crafty. Bookkeeping folks and a bunch of stickers, decals like this. And then Black Zebras Project, the most recent one, I had a lot of fun with them. You know, KJ and Jeff hit me up, and they were in need of some stuff. Uh, they took it and they ran with it. Honestly, like it was an honor to have worked with them. And
they got flip flops and shoes. Let's go.
A lot of their merch is up for sale still. So if you want to support them in their journey, definitely go and purchase some cool swagger from them and show them support because they're really putting a lot of ground footwork down, you know?
Yep. Protect Black Zebra all day.
Yup. We got some layouts from that same client. Just, you know, they're a lot of work is reoccurring. They come back and they ask for like more work or different stuff throughout the time. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now so far. And you know, for more updates to be determined, check in every month. I'm going to be updating this website with new content. It's basically going to be that month's client or the highlight of the week or so. But this page will keep growing as I move forward in this journey with this business. But yeah, that's a part of the page. I'm still working on the audiovisual side of things. You can't click on it right now, but one day, soon.
It's coming along. Let's go.
Coming.
What's up?
And I don't know. I guess, do you guys want to check out some old sketchbooks?
Yeah, anything else you want to share? You know, I already know how amazing, talented, and awesome you are, but you know, whoever watches this later on the playback, if you have not already seen the amazing talent from the website, you're about to see some more amazing talent right now.
Yeah. Thanks, courtesy of Moon Magic out here with Word Wizards, you know.
Hey.
Shout out to that first volume, you know, that CD. I still carry it in my car to this day, and I listen to it because it still heals me to this day. And I believe in the power of music. So I shout out to you guys for really putting this platform out here for me to put this out here. You know what? Let me just go ahead and... So we'll start off with this first one. This is 2017, 2018, the year of graduation. Little studies.
Nice.
My pens.
And you've done like full-length murals, huh?
I've done only a couple. Here in Sacramento, I haven't been as active, only because, you know, just haven't had really time to really get down and dirty like that yet. But hopefully soon, you know, I get to put some of these characters down. I have a background in lettering and calligraphy. Did a lot of writing back in the day, and you know, just the graffiti world and the street art world really gave me a lot of like styles and different you know, techniques to work off of. I don't know, sometimes whatever comes to mind on pen and paper, just like one of the songs in your
Hey.
I think it was Jamie. Shout out to Jamie for starting her business as well, you know, as somebody who I worked with recently. And definitely it's a blessing to know folks who are also doing a lot of great things out there.
Yeah, if you want to follow them, Copper_Jamie, also known as Sweet and Sassy Farm Collective. They are a local farm collective here in Sacramento that provides produce each and every single week to people in the Sacramento community. And I've been loving my produce packs, man. They have been the highlight of my quarantine.
Sometimes I let my nieces and nephews draw with me, so some of these things tend to happen. Actually, I think this was Cisco's kid, Sage. He's a brilliant.
Shout
He's
out
a
to Sage.
brilliant kid, you know, and he's over here drawing the planets.
The real one. This is the esophagus, and this one is the gastrointestines.
Yes.
How do you know all this, kid? Boy,
Cisco,
genius.
what are you doing to that kid, man? What are you feeding him?
Yeah, follow Sage. He has his own YouTube channel. Just saying.
A word, yes. Oh, I like this one. I did this one during the times when there was a lot of protesting happening around the DAPL access pipeline that they were building. A lot of Native American folks reached out, and I was just sending a lot of artwork out there too. And it's a crazy situation, but artwork really it drives a lot of movements. You know, I forget sometimes how powerful this stuff can be.
Art, love, unity.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for this one. This one, collection of stickers. Art, love, unity.
Art, love, unity.
Yeah. Some different concepts. That's supposed to be me in character form.
Oh, I love that.
And then different concepts.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Save the turtles. Oh, shout out to the homie Devin. He has this brand called 666 Burgers. And yeah, I've worked with him before, so it's pretty dope. He's got a thing going.
Man, you got miles on me in the graph writing world, let me say.
You're probably as good, homie. No lie, everybody's got skill.
I mean, we're going to get there. You know, that's why we learning together. I learn from you. You know, we get to
yup.
exchange. But yeah, you got the shading and the level of detail on it. That's the skill. You know what I mean? That's the practice you've been putting in, the work you be putting in.
Different styles. I mean, bro, I've been like doodling, and sometimes it's like if you try, you know. But if you don't, it comes out a little sloppy sometimes. You know what I mean? But it don't matter. It's still an expression, and it's a beautiful one. Just to put it down on paper.
I appreciate that. Those are good words out there, right there. Y'all heard that? I need to put that on repeat.
I remember that you brought out a lot of your artworks during some of the shows that we would go at together, and you had him signed by, you know, your artists, the folks that you look up to as well. And I think that that's such a beautiful thing, yo.
Oh, I have to bring it up here because it's, you know, I'm not gonna lie, quarantine has been hard for a lot of people. You know, I'm not exceptional in knowing that COVID has affected me and my family. You know, I know it's affected a lot of people. But I'm not gonna lie, this painting has been, you know, gets me through the difficult times, is just being able to look at it and, like, you know, this is what Berto's talking about.
Oh, yeah,
see some of the signatures from all the amazing people who, you know, I loved this thing too and got them to sign, and thank you and shout out to all of them. These are artists I look up to who inspire me. You know, I got Marley Craft, Oshun, when I opened for them.
Oshun, you did. That was dope.
The Grouch and Murs, which we opened for that together, y'all. That's a good story. You want to tell the story?
that was an amazing moment. You know about that?
We fucking did that. We did that shit.
Yo, I mean, you guys had me doing something that I don't think I would have done.
But you did that.
I think that that was such a dope experience getting to play out the venue with the Ace of Spades, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was such a dope experience, and you guys really brought a lot of different folks up on stage with you, and it was a blessing to be able to, you know, press play for y'all. That shit was dope.
Yeah, DJ Samuraii. So basically, the story is, you know, we needed someone to be the DJ because I'm so used to Theater Mutiny being our DJ, and in general, we have a hard time with that because he tries to DJ and rap at the same time, and it doesn't really work out. So we knew for sure we were going to need a DJ. And, you know, we just came up to Berto and was like, Berto, you got to be our DJ. And he's like looking at us like, I don't know how to DJ. What you talking about? We're like, you got to do it for the fam, for the fam.
It happened though. It was dope, and
you showed up for it. You were like, took it on, and
hey, do you still have that banner? You still got that banner
I
that
do.
we made for it?
Oh, and this is another artwork by you, which I'm gonna bring it out so people can see your work. So if you also need banners, hit Berto up, because he also can make a dope banner. At least I thought I had it in here. Maybe. Oh, I do. Hold up. That's how you know, man. My closet full with all my merch and like all the banners and shit. I don't go in here anymore because we ain't doing shows.
Yeah.
It's just a closet of stuff now. Okay. But yeah, you came up to the show. You did this nice banner, y'all. So you can hopefully see it.
Oh, yup.
Oh. It's so big, it's hard to see, but it says hip hop, medicine, support local hip hop, Sacramento. Got it. Looking nice, looking nice. They got all their handles on the side.
That was such a like that
was a nice touch.
Oh, yup. Oh yeah, you're able to take those off too, huh? If you want to, so that you could have like
yeah. I didn't even know it. And shout out to Miguel Miran Arts. That's another one of our friends, our homies who came up and just kind of did that with us. And Ube Cool and who else? Ibrahim. They were doing capoeira on stage, and that was lit.
That was an amazing time. I remember everybody got down and everybody performed their thing for sure.
Yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good time. I appreciate you for doing that and making that dope banner. So anybody who's watching and needs banner services, right here.
Yup.
But man, well, it's almost 8:00, and we kind of got through all of our questions. Any other plugins that you have? People know about,
Go and follow, Word Wizards Medicine, of course. My handles are going to be the Creative Samuraii. That's the business page that I got going on for this business. And then go and follow my personal page at PlexTheProphet. And
yeah, actually, that's what I wanted to ask you before you get off. PlexTheProphet. Because I know I had seen it a couple of times. I saw your bio talking about it. So yeah, tell me a little bit more about PlexTheProphet.
Your boy is
tell us what brought that idea, because I want to hear about this.
So, I don't know if you've ever heard of like two spirits or a duality of a spiritual energy within. But I believe that I took on this journey of just trying to play this character, if you will, and kind of take on this persona online as well, because your boy's gonna try to use his voice to like put together some conscious messages out there, whether it be through hip hop or other forms. Who knows? I'm gonna experiment with this thing. I'm gonna see what happens. But
I mean, and in hip hop, shout out to an OG in hip hop who's in the chat, Brew Lee.
Shout out
I know back in those
days,
the Wu-Tang Clan and a lot of other hip hop artists would take on aliases. So you do your thing, bro. You do your thing. PlexTheProphet.
Exactly. Like in the hip hop world, everybody taking on that like alias, So that's the alias that I've taken on, and it's really just out of the experience that I've recently had. A lot of revelations happened in the last few months for me, and a lot of crazy life experiences have also been happening. A lot of people showed their true colors. There was a lot of people who really stood by me, but then also have like really showed me who they and what they stand for. And it's really been a blessing to be able to have people not only show that, but then also show their true virtues and their true you have an intention when you meet anybody. And I believe that, through these experiences, I have been able to seek truth through my own experience. And I believe that it's my responsibility to to share that with the world, and whatever message might bring, you know, whatever experiences that I share on, it's only you know, to speak on it and to let others know about you know, the I like to say it's a prophecy, but not really, because it's just more of like I don't know, bro. To be honest, I'm fucking with it. I don't know, like it's I don't fucking. I try to make it all deep, but nah, it's just it is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, wait. I know people be asking the same thing. How'd you come up with the name Moon Magic? I'd be like thinking all these things, trying to get hella deep with that, but like I don't know, it just kind of happened, yo. It just happened.
It is what it is, bro.
We just playing with shit. I spit all over the camera, man. We in this bitch. This
Fuck,
world
bro.
thing, and we're trying to have fun in this world thing. Are you trying to have fun in this world thing? Because
yes,
we here and we just trying to do it. Do it in this bitch in quarantine style.
yo, thank you so much, Mash, for the opportunity to hop on your
bro.
platforms. Thank you
This
so
is a
much
beautiful
for
way
everybody
to end this
tuning in.
conversation.
Huh?
I said this is a beautiful way to end this conversation. Thank you so much for joining me. If people are not plugged in, Creative Samuraii, go plug in.
The Creative Samuraii on Instagram. PlexTheProphet is a personal handle. Go and follow that. Go and check out Makerspace SCC as well. Go and follow Hacker Lab at Hacker Lab. And go and check out my boy Luis as well. Is an upcoming project that I got going. Is a dude that I met recently in the community. He runs a shop called We Print Customs. And you know, I'm gonna be doing some business with him coming up this year, and it's a lot of cool stuff gonna come out of that shop. And go and follow that dude as well. Shout out to Luis and We Print Customs on Power In. Yeah, and then also Moon Magic. Thank you, Word Wizards, for giving me this hour to showcase some of the stuff I'm working on, and be on the lookout for this next coming year, 2021, looking bright.
Yeah, and I can't wait till, you know, hopefully we can all get together in the future and do shows together out in Sacramento. Until then, everybody watching this, please stay safe. Again, special prayers to everybody who's affected by COVID, and just everybody going through a difficult time, whether it's mental health issues, being isolated during quarantine, family struggles, money, financial struggles. You know, take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much again to Berto. And until next week, y'all, have a wonderful week. And thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Much love.
Peace out, man.